everybody, welcome to this video where we're going to talk about how you can gently remind and teach some of the youngest players of the game. So when you're first starting out, you may referee some really young kids, and obviously they don't know how to play the game super well. They're still learning, and if you're starting out, you're still learning as well. But once you start to learn a little bit more about the rules and the game, and then you still referee these young kids, you can start to teach them some different things. One of the things that I do is when I'm refereeing little kids and there's no clear advantage, disadvantage with traveling, if they're just walking with the ball many steps, I always just remind them, I'm like, dribble, 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 dribble the ball. And once it becomes to a point where there's an advantage, if they're running down all the way to the basket and scoring a layup, then yes, you have to call that a travel. They're getting an advantage. However, if it's in the backcourt and there's no clear advantage, there's no defenders, there's no reason to stop play just because they are technically violating the rule if they're really young kids. And I do the same thing with double dribbles. If they're double dribbling, some of these kids, they don't even really know how to dribble in the first place. And so I'll let them get away with 2, 3, 4 double dribbles as long as it's not causing an advantage or disadvantage. Now, if they're double dribbling through all the defenders and they go and shoot a layup, then you have to call a violation. They're getting an advantage from that. But if it's not causing an impact to the game, use common sense and try to gently remind the players. One last example that you will probably see many times in young kids is when there's a loose ball on the ground and there's many people who are going for the ball and they get the ball and then they stand up and they travel, then most times you can call that a traveling violation because that's a teachable moment. If it's a loose ball, you can say, hey, great hustle. If you are on the ground, you got to pass it or shoot it. You can't stand up, but I love your hustle. Something along the lines of that. You don't want to be too stern or anything. Just gently remind the little kids, and this will help you at the lowest levels, recreation, sometimes JV. And I hope this helps. We'll see you in the next video.